In order to understand how Bloom's taxonomy relates to technology, we must first understand what Bloom's taxonomy is and how it can be used in the classroom. In the late 1950s, an educational researcher named Benjamin Bloom got together with some of his colleagues and decided to provide the world with a complete and logical understanding of how the human mind processes information. In doing this, they derived 6 different educational objectives or cognitive stages that begin with lower order thinking skills and build to higher order thinking skills. As you can see, the pyramid begins with knowledge at the lowest, then progressing through comprehension, application, analysis, synthesis, and evaluation. The premise behind the theory is that a person cannot understand something that he does not remember, nor can he analyze or apply that knowledge if he does not understand the material. Though that same ability to analyze and apply supersedes knowledge, in order to synthesize the material, the person must also understand and have knowledge of it in order to produce something new. Lastly, in order to produce a worthy and final product, the person must be able to take all the other stages into consideration before he can evaluate or judge the value of the material. Now that I've provided a snapshot of the definition of Bloom's taxonomy, we're going to take a look at how this concept relates to Web 2.0. As I mentioned earlier, the original Bloom's taxonomy pyramid, created in the late 1950s, provides the different stages that learners undergo to achieve cognitive development. They possess basic knowledge, obtain understanding, implement knowledge through actual applications, think and analyze critically, synthesize information, and evaluate newfound knowledge. However, this layout changes as it relates to Web 2.0. In the 1990s, a former student of Bloom revised the original Bloom's taxonomy and published a revised version in 2001. The first tier, knowledge, was replaced with remembering. This was followed by the second tier, comprehension, which was replaced with understanding. The third tier, application, was replaced with applying. The fourth tier, analysis, was replaced with analyzing. The fifth tier, synthesis, was moved to the sixth tier and replaced with creating. Finally, the sixth tier, evaluation, was moved down to the fifth tier and replaced with evaluating. But today's educational landscape is vastly different from that of yesterday, rendering a lack of clarity as to where the levels of taxonomy fit. As education heads into the digital world, many teachers struggle with where to place many of the new technology tasks within the pyramid of Bloom's taxonomy. Thanks to the work of a New Zealand middle school teacher named Andrew Churches, educators have a basis by which to compare digital techniques to the more traditional standard that Bloom created. Mr. Churches believed that in order to prepare students for the future, we as educators must prepare them for change, teach them to question and think, to adapt and to modify, and to sift and sort. This new way of thinking was captured in a different type of pyramid, one that displays various forms of Web 2.0 usage ranging from basic to complex. A few examples are as follows. Instead of using phrases like recognizing, listing, or describing, we would now use phrases like collaboration, standardization, or participation. Instead of using phrases like interpreting, summarizing, or explaining, in the new digital world, we would now use phrases like blogging, twittering, or googling. This change in thinking goes on all the way through each cognitive stage of learning. The new Bloom's taxonomy and Web 2.0 technology pyramid is a great resource to A. support teachers in identifying effective and meaningful web-based applications for content mastery, integration, and enhancement. B. develop lessons and activities that relate to students' real-world experiences and different learning styles. And C. provide students with opportunities to create and implement newfound experiences. In today's classrooms, no matter the educational level, teachers need to understand that in order to effectively communicate and relate to their students, they must be able to adjust to the ever-changing world of technology. Regardless of our upbringing or background, technology is not going away and will be here for years to come. The technological advances that occur every day far exceed the capacity of what can be taught in the classroom. Therefore, we as educators must be the model for the future of education and tap into the vast array of collaborative tools available to us as resources. I encourage you to dig deeper in the world of educational technology and see for yourself. You never know what you might find at the click of a button.